Hey there, trans fans, it's Lexatron here, bringing you another review. Yay! Today we are going to take a look at... Dun dun dun! Robots in Disguise Voyager class Ultra Magnus. Look at him, isn't he beautiful? Alright, this guy, people just can't seem to agree on how they feel about him. People either love him or they hate him. There's really no in between. You know, he's interesting. I'm gonna say he's interesting. I'll get to my personal nitpicks and opinions later. But there really just is, no one just kind of feels ambivalent about him. Everybody kind of, they love him or they hate him. So let's just take a quick look at him in his vehicle mode before I get to the transformation. Now, his gimmick that he comes with these two weapons here. This is supposed to sit, this whole weapon thing is supposed to be able to be stored neatly in these two ports right here. He's got these blue pegs. He's got these blue pegs that are just supposed to plug in right in here. But unfortunately, to get it to fit, these have to sit at a weird angle, at a kind of diagonal offshoot. And these pegs do not sit at a diagonal offshoot, so it's kind of a tricky, weird, sort of a thing that doesn't quite work. But it's okay, because you can definitely take this and stick it up in this port right here, if that's where you want to put it. So you can store it there, or, you know, stick that one there. So you've got some options. You could take this missile thing, you can stick it, you know, in the side here. There's a lot of places you can put his stuff. But we'll talk about the gimmicks in a minute. So, alt mode. You know, for the most part, from the side, he looks pretty great. He looks really cool. He's pretty fantastic from the sides. You know, from the front, I don't know, he looks pretty cool. I don't like the blue. I know people everyone has their own opinion about his color. I really don't like the blue. I wish that they had gone for a darker blue like they had with the Robots in Disguise Cyberverse figure. I felt like that was a more appropriate blue for Ultra Magnus. This blue just kind of feels a little cheap to me. It just doesn't quite sit right. Now, if you look at the underside of this figure, he is very transparent in what he is. There's his legs, there's his head, there's his torso, there's everything. It's all just kind of right there. Not a very well disguised robot from down here. But you know, that's okay. And you know, from the top here, you can tell. Oh, yep, there's legs. There's legs. And it's kind of like any transformer that you get that turns into any kind of truck. You know, the legs are always the trailer kind of part, and they always, you know, you can always tell that those are the legs. But that's fine. He looks great if you know, look at him from the side. He looks pretty cool. So let's transform him. The transformation is actually very, very simple. Simple in not necessarily a bad way, but simple in a way that where you don't really need to have the instructions or anything. You basically figure it out. It's pretty predictable, and it's just not complicated. So all right, so let's transform him. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to take the back piece. You're going to take the back piece, and you're just kind of pull it out and away from this part. It's got these pegs on the side that lock in over here, so you're just going to pull them apart. And that apparently will in turn release this part, which you're going to want to kind of pull away anyway. So just kind of pull it away from the rest of the body here. And then what you're going to want to do is just pull the legs apart like that. He's got a little peg right here that plugs into this little port right here. That's basically how those attach. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take these gray pieces and just fold them into this little cavernous little spot for them. Just pop them back in there. And then you're going to take his toes and just flip them out. Then you're going to take these wheels and you're just going to unpeg them from the bottom. You're going to unpeg them right here. There's a little peg right here. And you're just going to pull that out a little bit. Pull that out a little bit. And then just rotate this back. Do the same thing on the other side. Just pull it out. Rotate it back. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just fold this over. And then you're going to come around to the inside of his leg and just fold it over. Same thing on the other side. Just take it, and fold it. I actually kind of liked that. I thought that was kind of clever. Like it when they have the pieces that just fold right into each other, like we saw with the Prime Aaaaaand with his legs, the folding thing. I don't know. I think that's cool. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to come to the front. And you're going to pull this, just pull this apart. Pull that right apart. Pull it out of there. And then you're going to take this silver, or this gray piece, flip it up, like that. And then you're just going to take his, arms and just extend them out. Extend them, pull them out. And mine actually was transforming him, and he lost his hand, so I'm just going to pop his hand back in there. That's the first time that's actually done that, so I don't have his hand isn't loose or anything. It just decided it wanted to pop out today. Then what you're going to want to do is take this this piece right here, and you're just going to fold it back over like that. Do the same thing on the other side. Pull the hand out, fold that up. And as far as the shoulders go, what you're going to want to do to lock the shoulders in place is you're going to just pull these back. And there is a little tab. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but there is like a little tab right by here, right by the window, that you can just, once you get the cab part down, you can just kind of lock the shoulder into that. I don't know how well you can see it, but the shoulders do lock into place. You just have to kind of stick them in there, but they do lock into place, so they're not flying all over. And then you're just going to take this part and fold it down, and fold it down, and there he is. And there he is. There is Ultra Magnus right there. Ta-da!